Where am I? Why are you doing this to me?
Thank you for coming to shepherd your son home, Mr. Pendleton. I know it's difficult losing a child.
With all due respect, I don't think you do. And like I already told you, there's been a mistake. I buried my son years ago.
I understand, Mr. Pendleton. We all deal with grief in our own way. Shall we? Now, if you'll just sign for your son's body, you can take him home.
No! This isn't my son! This thing's a monster, a murderer!
Yes, well, I suppose that runs in the family.
What the hell are you talking about?
Don't you know, child? Have you wandered so far off the path to not even realize who you are?
What the hell are you talking about?
So often the answers are before us, Murphy. If only we allow ourselves to see them.
Why are you doing this to me?
There were those who dwelt in darkness and in the shadow of death, prisoners in misery and chains, because they had rebelled against the word of God.
No.
When they cried out to the Lord in their trouble,
I screwed up,
He saved
but I didn't
them.
see any other
He
way.
brought them out of darkness.
You
and
don't
the
know what it
shadow
was
of death,
like to
and
know it
broke
was
their
my
bonds
fault he
apart.
was gone. Every
You who
time I
seek God,
shut
let
my
your heart
eyes,
revive.
I saw Charlie's
For the
face,
Lord
and all
hates
I
the
could
needy and
think
does not
was,
despise
that
his
monster
who are
is still
possessed.
alive, but I'll never get to see
Amen.
my boy again. Why are you doing this to me? What do you want? What I did to Napier didn't solve anything. Charlie was still gone, and I was stuck in prison. Everything spiraled out of control. It was my fault. I just want my life back.
Revenge is a long, treacherous road, isn't it, Mr. Pendleton? Where do you suppose it ends? It's yours, if you want it. You only need to claim him as your own. You see? I knew you'd come around in the end. Welcome home, Mr. Pendleton. Glory be to God.
Greetings, I'm Solidus Scully, and welcome back to the Silent Hill Downpour commentary. I will be commenting on that previous scene because it is honestly one of my favourite moments in the game, but yeah, basically we're going to chase after the Bogeyman and confront him in a boss fight, which can be very easy to cheese, mostly by virtue of using your gun. But since the rest of this part is mostly dedicated to a bit of dead space between now and the point of no return, I'll mostly talk about the boss fight. Yeah, the Boogeyman. If you're going at him with melee weapons, use hit-and-run tactics. Try and avoid his massive attacks. But again, if you have a gun on hand, well, as you can see here, you can just cheese him quite easily. Run up to him and grab his hammer, and that's the end of it.
You killed him! You killed the boogeyman!
Doesn't matter. It didn't bring you back. Nothing can bring you back.
It's not your fault.
I'm sorry.
Okay. To touch upon that earlier scene, that was by far one of the most touching Silent Hill moments in the entire series in my eyes. I mean, considering the scene beforehand with Murphy being confronted by the nun about his past, and again, you might not have been able to hear it very clearly considering that she was still rambling over her, but again, credit to Murphy's voice actor because the sort of rant he was going on right there, that entire spiel was just... Again, I'm not a father, but I could just relate to Murphy in that instance, man, and everything that he did was... Again, I know I'm not really good at explaining these moments, but again, it hit me in a way that I didn't expect, and, well, Silent Hill Downpour did its job, and to cap all that off with, Murphy coming to face his fears in, Pat Napier as the boogeyman, putting his demons to bed, and, getting a bit of closure with his son, I think was... Again, if this was the end of the game, then I honestly would have been kind of satisfied with it. But of course, considering the fact that there is another lady who also has a few unrested demons around here, yeah, we're not quite done yet, and, well, while we're not exactly going to be getting to that in the next part, there is one thing that we will be getting to, and that's mostly through a few hidden references here and there. This is basically going to be showing you the other side of Silent Hill, across the side of the drawbridge. It's not the exact same one as the one seen in Silent Hill 1, or Shadow Memories for that matter. It's mostly going to be a completely different town with a few different things started about. I mean, I did mention beforehand that there were other Silent Hill references in the game with, what was it called again? I was about to call it Murphy's apartment, but no, it was Henry's apartment. Which you can actually walk around in, although it isn't quite one-to-one from Silent Hill 4, because there's a door where the little hole is, which leads into Walter Sullivan's little alcove where you can find his body. But anyway, right across this bridge... you know what, I'll point it out when we get to it, but I guess I might as well just point out exactly what I'm going to be doing for Silent Hill Downpour, at least for the time being anyway, because right after this part we are going to be doing some optional side quests. Yeah, basically I was thinking about whether or not I was going to save it for a bonus video or for the... up until this point, and I think up until this point it's probably a little bit more efficient to do all the, side missions, because after this point, you're basically not going to be able to return to Silent Hill, and any and all side quest items you get are going to be taken away from you. As is pretty much every other item, like flashlights, guns, weapons, and again, something that I already mentioned beforehand with the mine segment, in that the game takes away all your items in the sense of, oh look, you're without the things that kept you safe. Fear, except not fear, because that's fucking stupid and frustrating. But yeah, again, side quests are going to be for the next part, and well, basically, after the side quests are done, we will hop onto DJ Rix's boat, and this will ostensibly be the point where we enter the game's nowhere section, but before we can do that, what is this? It appears to be a familiar vehicle. Oh my goodness, it's the truck from Silent Hill Origins. I guess Travis decided to leave it behind after he dropped Alex off in Silent Hill. That was actually a very bizarre cameo. Why the hell did they include bloody Travis Grady in Silent Hill Homecoming? Like, I don't know. I hear apparently he was meant to be just a random hunter who gave him a lift, but they changed it to Travis Grady for the sake of a reference, which is, nice, but it's a little bit weird in that respect. But in any case, yeah, side quests are about to get in the next video. I apologize for this being more or less a filler commentary part, but Nevertheless, I'm Solidus Scully, keep it new metal, and I will see you next time in the Silent Hill Downpour commentary for some optional side quests!